channel. So today I'm going to be doing another look using the, what is it called? Using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. My last look with this palette was a little bit more pink tone, more mauve-y. So we're going to be dipping into more of these neutral warm tones because let's face it, that's what we're mostly into here, aren't we? Leave me a comment and let me know if you guys are about the warm tones. Are you about the cool tones, pink tones? Let me know. I like a little bit of everything, to be quite honest, but the warm tones really do complement my eye color. So if you want to see how I got this look, then let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. I'm going to go ahead and get started on my brows. Not much has changed, so I'm going to kind of speed through it. Just going to brush my brow hairs upwards. There's a lot of rogue hairs going on because I'm growing out my brows. First, I like to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is a Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Blonde. And first, I like to kind of underline the brow, and then I go in with a lot of hair like little strokes. Now that I made a sloppy mess, I'm going to go in with the same product but in the shade Soft Brown. And I'm really going to create little hairs. Alright, and to clean that up and make it look a little sharper, we're going to go in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Concealer. This is actually my second one. I really like this concealer. I normally keep it in my bag and do my spot concealing when I do no foundation looks, which is 5 days out of the week. I already need another one. Love it. I use the shade Fair Warm. And I normally take my concealer in the back of my hand to clean this up, but I'm going to go straight in with the applicator. Try that. And I'm going to take more of that concealer on my eyelids to prime for my eyeshadow, and then I'll set it with translucent powder. I used a pink base for an eyeliner yesterday, and I literally still have pink on my eye. Like right up to my lash line is still hot pink. I cannot get it off. So I'm honestly unsure what look I want to use with the Soft Glam palette. First, I'm going to take my Morphe. This is the M504, and I'm going to start off with the shade Orange Soda. I'm just putting this in the upper crease area just to start a little something, you know. Color is really nice, blends super easy. Alright, next I'm going to take the shade Burnt Orange on the Morphe M441. I'm just going to kind of start working that into the crease in a circular motion. There is a decent amount of fallout when you hit your brush into that shade, but the color seems to be working fine on the eyes, so that's all that matters, to me at least. Some people are weird about that. I don't know anything about the subculture drama. Didn't get that palette. And next I'm taking a Morphe M443 and dipping into Sienna. I'm getting a little like irritated rash. What is happening? And I'm going to work this into the outer corner. I think I'm going to try to keep this pretty tight in the crease and not blend too much. Am I having like a heat rash or something? What is happening here? But now that I've packed that shade on, I'm going to go back in with a clean brush and go back in with a little bit of that burnt orange just to blend out those edges. So there's not such like a harsh line there. And I'm holding the end of my brush so I have light pressure. I'm just using the very edges of the bristles. I'm going to tap back in with my Orange Soda, the very first shade we used, and just re-pop that back in the top. Before I go in with any metallics on my eyelids, I always like to use the MAC Prep and Prime 24-Hour Extended Eye Base. Just take a tiny little bit on my finger and just tap it right where I'm gonna put the metallics. And that will help keep them on my lid and not transfer too much, but I always have transferring. I have hooded eyes. Nature of the beast. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the shade Fairy, which looks super pretty. I'm gonna hit it with some Fix Plus spray like always, and I'm gonna hit that on the lid. Oof, go! She pigmented. I really would have loved to do like a half cut crease with this, but I just did one yesterday and I need to calm down. I'm kind of gonna halfway give it that vibe just by going like this, you know? Try to sneak it in there. And I'm also gonna take the shade Glistening just on this midsection. Okay, that is really pretty. I really like that fairy shade. So to add a little bit of kind of more drama to the look, I want to add a little bit of like a angular look. So I'm going to add kind of a winged liner, but with one of these darker shadows just as a powder, and kind of make it a little bit more smoky, but not too crazy. So to sketch out the shape that I want, I'm just going to take a small little flat brush and go in with Sienna. Same shade we used here on the outer edge. And I'm just going to stamp that against my lash line and pull that up. And now I'm going to tap into this really dark brown shade, Cypress Umber. Tap off that excess, girl. And do the same thing, but keep it really close to the lash line. I'm going to say what my gym instructor always says. Don't forget, you have another side. Great news is what I always say. Alright, so we're going to tidy all this up and make this line a lot sharper. I'm just going to go in with my Pacifica Micellar Water on a little cotton pad. I'm going to fold it in half. I'm going to first clean up this eyeshadow. Alright, and now we're just going to sharpen that up. And my aim for those is for them to hit the very end of my brow, which they both have. So I think my camera might have shut off. I don't know what just happened. But I did prime my skin with the NYX Total Control. I'm out of breath. Drop primer. And I want to play with this MAC Strobe Cream. I got this. It's a sample size. I don't remember where I got it. But I'm just going to tap some right here in the high points of my cheekbones. Let's go ahead and hit it down the nose too. Just going to put it in places where I normally highlight. See if it makes any bit of difference. For foundation today, I'm using my NARS. This is the, wait for it, this is a long ass name, Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I think, yeah, Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I wish they would have picked a different name. Like, it feels like this is a description versus a name, but I get it. You know, there's only so many names out there. I do like this foundation. I did try something different last night and used more of like a matte finish foundation, and I really like the way my skin looked, and I'm not a matte foundation kind of person, so I'm going to keep using this, but I'm going to dabble in with some matte foundations. And I'm also going to be using this fancy little diamond sponge that I got from Real Techniques at Ulta. The coverage on this foundation is really nice. I'm going to take my Urban Decay concealer again and just conceal and highlight underneath these eyes. I'm going to get real close to underneath that wing like I usually do if I do anything winged out, just to keep it real nice and sharp. So the cool thing about this little diamond sponge is you can get like real close up in here. You have to be a little careful, but you can also take the concealer and drag it and make a nice sharp line, which is really cool. Alright, and I'm going to set those areas with translucent powder and also bake the sides of my nose. I've been using consistently the RCMA No Color Powder. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and wipe off the under eyes because I don't want it to get too dry, but I'm going to keep our nose baked. As always, I'm going to warm up my skin. This is the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. It's my absolute favorite bronzer. I don't know if I'll ever stop using this. I'm just going to press it with a kind of flat kabuki brush. This one got a little wonky in my brush holder, but it will do. Contour down this big ass forehead, receding hairline. I've been playing with contouring my nose in many different ways, but recently I've really been liking highlighting the nose first, then going in with the contour after the bake and the highlighting is done. So today I'm taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is a glow kit in the shade That Glow. And I'm going to take Starburst. Hopefully this shade's light enough. We'll find out here in a second. That shade works, but I want it to be a little paler. It's a little gold for me. So I'm going to go in with my Ofra highlight. I'm going to tap into their gold shade, which is a little icier, more suitable for my skin tone. So now I'm taking my Loreal Balance and Brighten Powder Foundation in the shade Medium. Very sarcastic today, I'm sorry. And I'm going right in between the bake and the highlight. And right underneath here, I'm going to replace my bake. Let that sit for just a little bit, making it really straight and narrow. It just depends on what kind of nose shape you're going for. I have a pretty like thick bridge up here and I kind of want to like play with slimming it down. You do you, boo-boo, because I'ma do me. Okay. This strawberry kombucha is life. Such like a little treat. So good. So after that's been sitting a few seconds, I'm going to dust it off, going kind of straight down, but then I'm going to slightly start overlapping my bristles onto the contour to kind of diffuse that sharp line. Like you want to make a really sharp line and then you need to diffuse it. Don't ask me why. It's just how it works. Okay? Don't ask questions. Just kidding, you can ask questions. And you can run that brush over any areas that are like too much. Kind of powder over them. For my blush, I'm going to use the Anastasia. This is the blush kit in Radiant. And I'm going to take the peachy color Coastline. I want to get more of their brushes. Brushes too. I don't know. Do they have brushes? I don't fucking know. I want to get more of their blushes. These are nice. And before adding on my face highlight, I'm going to go in with my Max Fix Plus spray. Set these powders down on my face. Take Sunburst again and a little bit of my Ofra again. Tap into the gold and the white. Hit these cheekbones. Hit this upper lip. And above the brow. I'm going to take the back side of this sponge. It is clean and just tap over that. Make sure everything's kind of pressed in. Gonna blend my blush in with my highlight real quick. To finish up my lower lash line, I'm gonna be real quick. I'm going to take a fluffy brush, throw in some orange soda right fast. Now I'm gonna take burnt orange on a pointed, more fluffy pencil brush. Really make sure you connect with this outer wing here. And with an even smaller, more fluffy pencil brush, I'm gonna go in with Sienna. Just on the outer corner. Like I said, make sure you connect it up to your wing. I'm gonna take that fairy shade on a tiny little brush and going to pop that in the inner corner. And now that this eyeshadow is a little worn in, I like to raise my lids and see where my shadow's transferred up to and just go ahead and connect it up there. So I'm taking my brush that had that fairy shade on it just to go ahead and take it where it's transferring up to. That's where it wants to live. That's where it wants to live. I want to brighten up the inner corner a little bit more, so I'm going to go in with the Ofra, a little bit of the gold and the white, just to match the face a little bit more. So I just popped on my lashes. The lashes that I used are the Koko lashes in the style Marilyn. I tightlined my upper lash line with some black liner to blend in the lashes. But for my bottom waterline, I'm going to throw in the NYX Wonder Pencil. Just because it's daytime, I don't want to be too smoky right now. I always try to use that, but I always go in with my Benefit Highbrow. I'm going to add on my bottom mascara, always using either the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara or the Benefit Bad Gal Bang Mascara, which to me, they're very, very similar. I almost forgot to set my brows. I've been loving the Essence Give Me Brow in the shade. I use Blondy brows and then I use a darker shade sometimes too. And this does make them look a lot thicker and it really does keep them in place. I'm very impressed with this product, especially considering it's like $3. What do I want to do for my lips? I'm going to line my lips with the NYX Lip Liner in the shade Natural. And I'm going in with the Smashbox. This is their liquid lipstick in the shade Always On. Is that it? Oh no, the shade is In Demand. I think I'm going to mix in Fair Game as well, just to make it a little less peachy. I thought I was going to like it, but I don't. Just not with this look. I really do like this lip color. The applicators on these are kind of weird at first, but you can really get a straight line with how pointy it is. But this, guys, is the final look. I really like it. The only thing I would change is that my brows are a little dark. I don't really know. I think the eyeshadow is really pretty. I love the lip combination. These lashes are really pretty, especially with this eyeshadow style. I still feel like I could do like a bunch more looks with this palette, so I am excited that I did buy it. It seems like it will be put to good use. Let me know in the comments what you think, and if you have any other suggestions for that palette or any other palettes. Is there anything else I need to go buy? But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. You can also hit the notification bell to be notified when I make a post. You should probably follow me on Instagram because I am the most active there. I have been posting every single day for a few weeks now, so I've never been that consistent with something. But thank you again, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Let's go ahead and get into the bloopers because I'm sure there are some. Bye. I'm gonna go in with the snow. Alright, so okay, so I'm gonna get sorry. Make sure I don't have shit in my teeth. But thanks again. Don't you love how my hair is different in every clip because I gotta mess with it? Let me know in the comments. I don't know. But today we're gonna be playing with the Urban Decay, not the Urban Decay. Shit. But anyways, without I don't know. Let's just get out of there. Model mode. My window's open. My neighbor's probably looking at me like, what the fuck? What is that bitch doing?